what you doing besides slacking? Shouldn't you be getting work done or something more productive?
What makes you assume I'm not working, sis? Huh? Don't you see me reading?
Yeah, but so? I mean, shouldn't you be doing something that's gonna help you grow instead of being in some kind of dreamland over here?
Sis, can you just imagine it? Speaking of that, can you just imagine me writing all these novels and becoming this big star and then I meet the man of my dreams? I mean, can't you see it now? The sky is the limit.
Lord, here we go again, child. When you gonna snap out of it and realize that's not how life works? You should be going to school, getting a regular job, and just settling down, child. That's how you're gonna become successful in this life. School, working up the ladder, and getting married. You know the American dream, baby. But you definitely ain't gonna get no man living up in them clouds of yours.
What am I supposed to be like? You? What is it you doing exactly?
Uh, yeah, that's how you make it in this life. Play the game of fitting into the box. That's why I am so successful. I followed the rules, and now I'm a partner at my own law firm, boo boo.
Well, that's not how I want to live my life. My future and purpose will all match my energy. I don't need to follow the rules to create my own path or way. It might take me longer, but it'll be worth it in the end. Don't be hating when it happens.
I fucking give up, child.
Walk off. Do your thing.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl again, Only V, and I am here with my sidekick, Miss
Kaypable Kiki. Or Auntie Kiki, or whatever the hell you want to call me at this point.
Sometimes I dream I go so high.
Is we're talking about topics that we find interesting and
Hold up.
what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Only V, and I'm here with my sidekick,
Kaypable Kiki.
and
I'm a lover. I'm soft.
as a creative, we like to be multifaceted and do like all these different lanes in the arts. And our two auntie bohemian, we're your two bohemian sisters.
There you go.
Slash aunties, apparently.
Yes.
Yes, and if you've been following us along our journey, you know that we are taking you on a journey of the everyday topics that we like to talk about.
Uh-huh.
And today, we're going to talk about something that matters to some people and doesn't matter to others.
Uh-oh.
It's family.
Family matters.
Family
baby.
matters.
Like the name, like the show. Okay.
It's a rare condition this day and age.
So, for myself, I'm big on family, but I'm not at the same time. So,
Uh-oh.
Kiki, I know you're a big family person.
Yes.
What does family mean to you?
I mean, we spend a lot of time together, like more so than the average, I guess, like the American folks. My parents didn't put me out when I turned 18.
I was kicked the hell out when I was 18.
Yeah, my parents, as long as, you're not doing anything, you can stay. They don't bother you, whatever. But yeah, we grew up very close knit. I had a lot of cousins and whatnot. My mom, if I don't call her within 24 hours, every 24 hours, if I'm away from home, she's like, hello, Lord, you forget me. Me picnic forget me, and all that stuff. I'm like, no, Mom, I've just been busy. I'm thinking about you. I just didn't have the time right now, whatever. She doesn't want to hear that. Like, we check in with each other daily, and if not daily, at least every other day.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. My family's like, hello. My brother is like, my sister doesn't love me. Like, we're super close to. Like, you don't love me anymore. I'm like, no, I'm just busy. The bitch get busy. Got a lot of
People
stuff going
do.
on.
That brings up a great point because people do get busy, and
Yeah.
we start creating our own lives. So do you feel like that stunts your growth as an individual?
Oh, that's a good question.
I know Victoria be coming with them good ass questions
Lord. Sometimes you good.
every
No, I'm
time.
just kidding. No, it can. I feel like because your family can take over your life if you let them.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
can definitely be, insert themselves where they're not needing to relationship wise, career wise. I mean everything. Like I had pointed out on another segment, my father was like, business, just do business in school or
Yeah.
whatever. Or, he was like, y'all need to just go ahead and get a degree in
And go the corporate route.
corporate route.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they insert, and of course they want what's best for you. I get it, whatever. But sometimes they over insert themselves, and that can definitely be a hindrance. Or sometimes they don't let you fly.
Yeah.
They don't let you fly.
Yeah.
They they don't mind. Like I said, they don't mind us staying around if we didn't have to. Like I don't have a family yet, another family. Like I don't have a husband and
You
children.
haven't created your own family.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they didn't push me out the nest. You know what I'm saying? And again, I mean, in today's world, it's not necessarily a bad thing with
With these
these
damn
prices.
prices, yes.
Shit. But, it can also be, you can rely on them too much. And I don't want to rely on my parents. I want to be able to help them to take care of them at some point too. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So
What
that
about
brings up a great point, like where you say that they can insert themselves too much. So how do you
you?
draw those boundaries as like a grown woman so
Mm.
that they don't insert themselves, but you still have that close knit family? Because to
Oh,
me,
Lord.
when I think about it, when you draw boundaries, it kind of gives you space, so you can't be as close knit like as you probably want or they want.
Yeah.
So how do you balance or maintain
Hmm.
those boundaries?
Sometimes I can't tell them everything. That's one thing.
Okay.
Which is, it sounds bad, but sometimes you just have to know what to tell your people. You can't tell your people everything because,
Yeah.
sorry, mom and dad, I love y'all. And I don't know. And if they are, doing too much, you just have to say, well, I appreciate it, but I'm a grown woman, tactfully. But, you have to kind of say, mom and dad, or whoever it is, like, but see, that's the problem when you're telling them too much. I keep doing it. I've been kissing this mic the whole
She
time.
loves that mic. She been Frenching it all the time.
Okay. Sometimes, you have to draw those boundaries, but if you're telling people stuff, that's you're gonna get stuff anyway.
You're gonna get opinions.
Yeah, so you just have to know what to say and what not to say. That's the way I think. What about
Okay.
you?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, my family didn't grow up like yours, where you're
Yeah.
close knit. So I kind of have a different perspective or mindset around family.
Okay.
I've always kind of been one that like I wanna. Now I'm close to my parents, but not as
Yeah.
close as you. I don't have to talk to my parents every day.
Yeah.
Shit, they don't want to talk to me every day. I call them, once, like, we video time and stuff like that, or
Yeah.
text, every so throughout the month and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But even when I am video calling them, they're just like, okay, time to go after like an hour, hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, that's how our family kind of works.
Yeah.
I guess my family kind of, when I think back to it, is like they believe in allowing people to live their life.
Got
Somewhat.
you. Yeah.
They still insert their opinion
Yeah.
because they want what's best for you. Like you said, my parents were also like, go get a corporate job. Like, so they still insert their opinions. But in regards to other things, like creating your own family, having
Yeah.
your own friends,
Yeah.
they kind of want you to go out and explore your life. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
I didn't always probably see it that way, but now that I'm older, I see it that way.
Yeah.
Because my siblings, which I think I've said in a previous, or I've told you before, are all spread out.
Yeah.
Like none of us live in the same place.
Yeah,
So
but it's that text throughout the month that got me. That could not fly.
with your fam, that's
Not
what
over
I'm
there,
saying.
for real.
But I mean,
throughout
we
the
don't
month.
really have much to talk about like all the
Okay.
time. You know what I mean?
Shit,
So
even if we don't have much to talk about, they want to hear. They just want to hear your
They
voice.
want to hear from you.
Yes.
My little sister's like that with me. She always wants to hear my voice.
Yes.
But I've had to push her off a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, like,
Mm.
my parents are not like that. They not saying they don't worry.
Yeah.
But they're not here like, oh, I got to hear from you every day.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that because the bird has to leave the nest and blah blah blah.
Exactly.
But
you gotta fly and spread your wings and do your thing. Not saying that you can't have a relationship with them, but I guess my family is just different. It's like live your life, and we'll still just keep in contact. When it happens.
Child, my mama over here praying for a husband. She like, Lord Jesus,
Give my daughter.
every
I can never do
prayer,
it right.
there's gonna be yes. Like, yes, she praying faithfully for that husband, and she lets me know even when we just talk. She'll
Yeah.
be like, "Oh yes, I prayed for you, and I'm still praying for your husband." And I'm like, "Okay, all
So,
right."
what do you think your mom would do if you just told her you never wanted to be married?
And I've told her that before. Like when I was going through stuff, I was like, I don't think I want to get married. When when y'all men was messing with me or whatever, and I was going through stuff, I was like, I don't want to get married no more. I could be by myself. We all go through that. Well, a lot of us go through
I've
that
never been
foolishness.
through that. But
Yeah, well,
go
I
ahead.
told myself that shit. I lied. That as far as being by myself part. But yeah, she was like, no, that's not what you want. Nobody's supposed to be by themselves.
Some
She didn't want to
people
hear
really
that.
do.
Yeah, but I honestly, I mean, she was right. I don't want to live my life by myself. That is the furthest thing. I'm a lover. Like I can't be by myself forever. We ain't going no. But she was like, no. She refused to hear it.
She did.
She did, and she probably was praying harder. She probably ain't tell me, but she probably was praying harder. Lord Jesus, you hear what the picnic talk? Like I just can imagine. But yeah, you know what she's talking? No, we don't believe in that.
But see
And then
that-
she's Christian. They want the marriage.
Yeah, but see, that's
old
kind of
school.
imposing her stuff, what she wants for you, instead of what you may really want for yourself.
Yeah, and sometimes it can go there, and that's why I said,
Yeah.
I mean, she's allowed to pray and
Oh, of
whatever
course.
and stuff. So I'm just like, okay, most of the time she's right, but
Yeah.
every now and then I'm like, okay, mom, yeah, there's, of course, even religious stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
I live my life differently. They're Seventh-day
course.
Adventists. I'm
Spiritual.
very spiritual, but they
You're not religious. You're spiritual.
not at all.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
at
the
all.
same- I'm the same way.
Yeah, so even that was a problem growing up. I was going to church and I was like, yeah. When I turned 18, I was like, I told my mom on my 18th birthday, I was like, I'm going to pierce my ears today, and she was like, no, you're not. I was like, yes, I am.
That's so funny. I actually did something similar. I was like, I'm gonna go get a tattoo on my 18th birthday,
Ooh, and what did?
and I went and did it, and came back and showed my parents.
Oh, you didn't even tell them. You just went and did it.
I think I did just go and do it, and then
Ah.
came back and showed them.
What did they say?
They weren't happy because my
Yeah.
dad did not want me to have any tattoos.
Yeah.
And I went and did it anyway.
Yeah. See, and was it which was it hidden? Oh, okay.
Of course, I had majority of my tattoos.
Okay, I'm just wondering because like I did the ears and I
Yeah.
knew that wasn't going to be able to be hidden, right? But when I did get my first tattoo, I hid it for probably years, and then I turned around and got shingles. I think I talked about that, or we'll talk about that.
You talked about it in the health, yeah.
Yeah, so that's when my mom found out when I had shingles, and I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, I had to take my my shirt off, and
Yeah.
you could see it was a mark across my back, and that's when she saw it, and she was like, but she didn't say. That's usually what I get, because after a while, I think she just
She knows you by now.
she knows me by
So
now, like.
I can't even help it.
Yeah, she just like, child. She's like, and even the tattoo, my latest tattoo, because I don't say anything anymore either. I got one when I went to Bali. We all, did a tattoo, and
Yeah.
I came back and I was just walking around. I was like, she don't even notice. And then she was like, Keisha, she was in a bathroom, yo. Like I walked into the room and she was in the bathroom with the door open. She was like, wait, you got a tattoo? I said, damn, how the hell?
Mama see everything.
Yo, I was like, God dang. So
That's funny.
she saw it, but again, I think she's just in a place. I'm like 40-some years old. She just like
she
whatever.
has
at
to
this
accept
point.
you at this point.
Yeah, but she was like, oh my God. And the piercing, she be on that too.
I
Why you
believe
keep
that.
piercing your ears? How many piercings you gonna put in your ear? Like, mom, just let me be. These mine. They're mine.
That's the
I got to deal with it.
that leads me to my next great point
Uh-huh.
was when you're like, just let me be.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle all the or how do we handle all the pressures and expectations that family can place on you, whether that's a sibling, whether that's your parents? We already have to deal with society pressures and
Mm-hmm.
expectations and then our own pressures and expectations. How do you feel about family pressure and expectations?
Uh, I mean, I think I touched on that a little bit when I was just saying, I kind of either don't. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that right now. What about you? Let's start with you because I
Okay.
got to think about it.
Well, I don't do well with pressure. Like I
Ah,
don't like pressure.
yeah.
Cuz I always seem to just like like,
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I'm saying? So like my parents went and told me go get a job and what I do, I went and got a job.
Ah,
But it did end up working out for the better.
yeah,
But, I did end up doing and when I that's not really what I wanted. So
yeah.
it's taken me a while to be like, fuck y'all, pressures
Oh,
and
yeah,
expectations. Like
yeah,
let me do my thing and I'll be just fine. So
yeah,
and
yeah,
I've realized that the more that I was like, yo, like took off other people's pressures and expectations,
yeah.
the more that they respected me or the more
True.
that they embraced whatever it is that I wanted to do and they
Yeah,
kind of saw me more as like a grown woman
yeah. That's a good
versus
point.
me going with what they want and them trying to treat me like I was still a child.
Yeah, yeah,
Then like once I was like, I'm handling it, but I appreciate their help. Like it's not
yes, of
like I'm like,
course.
no, you can't help me. I still,
Yeah,
still treat them like my parents,
yeah,
but like, or even my siblings. Like I've just when I took off their opinion and took off their pressures and just started doing what I felt I needed to do,
yeah.
I realized they started treating me more different
It's true.
and started treating me more like a grown woman
Yeah,
versus a child.
yeah. It makes complete
So,
sense because yeah, yeah. You're right. I start doing what I want to do too. You're right. I'm
mm,
just like, yeah, I'm just and they know. They stop they don't even ask certain questions anymore like
yeah.
because they know I'm just they know who I am. They know I'm not going to do it or they just know their daughter. They're like, Keisha, this is not Keisha's lane or Keisha.
Hmm.
I'm not going to ask Keisha to go to church for this.
Oh yeah, she's not
Not
the church girl.
I'm, I visit sometimes. But certain things they don't even bother me anymore about. When before it was like, let's go, you going to church? I'm like, or I keep saying church, but there's
Other
other things, of
things.
course. Yeah,
Yeah, that's just a big thing, I guess.
yeah. My family is they're very involved in the church and whatnot. So the
Yeah.
fact that I'm not probably is not something that sits well with them. But again, they're like at this point they're probably just praying for me. Just gonna pray.
Well, I mean, you're always telling me to pray for you. She's like, that's her
Yeah,
favorite thing
yeah.
to say. Pray for me. Pray for
Yes,
me.
Lord. And then I start saying pray for us because your ass need it too because you
No, I
crazy.
don't need it.
Oh, you absolutely need it.
Just I always
This
need
bitch
it.
definitely need it.
It's never wrong to pray for
No,
somebody.
it's not. It's not.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's our family.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, my family is spread out,
Mm.
but for the audience, why don't y'all let us know about
Mm-hmm.
your family? Like, do you believe in creating your own family, or do you believe in being very close knit, like
Mm-hmm.
Kiki and her family? Tell us what your experiences are. Do they block or hinder your progression in life? Do they
Mm.
let you fly free? Do they embrace you? What is it that
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
have this similar experiences like us, or something different? Let us know in the comments, or whatever you feel like.
Yes, I love to hear that.
And
We would.
we will check you next episode.
Bye for now.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page.